country where freedom of information does not apply. And it's very efficient if you want to reach masses. Anyway, it's not as easy because, as you know, the spectrum is subject to license, or you are a pirate. So I think it's a great technology, and we shouldn't forget it. So up to now, we had two very simple ways to transmit it, AM and FM, used all around the world. And I heard one day that there are still more radio receivers in the world than mobile phones. So it's still very popular. But digital radio is coming as well, so digital technology. And we have in Europe now a deployment of DAB, DAB+, TDMB, that permits digital broadcasting with slideshows, with AC+, video, and so on. And you have also two other technologies, DRM, not digital right management, but digital radio mondial, which is a replacement for AM bands if we want to achieve a very wide coverage, or DRM+, which is just for simple stations. And of course, DVB-T or DVB-H can also be used. But these technologies, in fact, are not so democratic at the moment, because if you look at the infrastructure you need, this is like that. You need encoders that cost a lot of money, you need a multiplexer, transmission, OFDM modulators, and so on. And it turns out to be about 100,000 euro to start to broadcast with one transmitter of set of programs. Well, not very democratic. But there is this fantastic box that came to the market. It's really, really great. I really love it. And it costs almost nothing. I mean, $700 for what it does. It's really great. It's a cost of 200 beers, so you can spare on beers and buy this great box. And you really have the democratization of software radio. You can produce any sort of signal. The only limitation, as you know, is the CPU and the bus speed. So there are great people in Canada who did tools called MMB tools, who started to write an open multiplexer, OFDM modulator. It's free but not open, but they will open it soon, and online encoders to create, using a simple laptop and a USRP we have just seen before, a full DAB transmission. And it enables the democratization of digital radio. Many people fear that pirate radio will start again, but we'll see. Experimentation, development, and community radio may be interested. So I welcome you to come on day 3. There will be a workshop in room A03 to learn about digital radio, learn about software radio. I will bring 2 USRPs, so you will have the opportunity to see software radio platforms. If you have a USRP, so Universal Software Radio Platform, please bring it, and we'll try to produce our own software FM transmitters, DAB transmitters, and so on. And it's really great. You can create many FM programs at the same time for the FM band and the FM band, so fill in completely the FM band at a time. Really great things to do. So if you don't want to come to the workshop, there is now this website just started, opendigitalradio.org, which is about techniques, tips, and tricks for radio broadcasting. So it's a bit a syndication of free open developments and trials and so on. At the moment, we focus on DAB technologies and FM, and I have a friend who is not come, but he's specialist in RF, so he's working on amplifier and all these things to put the jam on air and so on. And there is a mailing list also. You're welcome to join if you want to just follow or you want to actively participate. Thank you.
To be fair to Matthias, there were some animations in his PowerPoint slides, but we decided to use the PDF, so you missed some animation he created. I'm sorry to you, but... Okay, next talk is about Sybil attack and DDoS with the BitTorrent DHT, and we're already starting.
Okay, so a couple of weeks ago I read that the Pirate Bay is going to shut down their trackers, and in the future we're going to rely on 2 extensions called pexchange and the distributed hash table. pexchange always works in the context of one BitTorrent file, and you will need at least one peer already to get more peers for BitTorrent. So that makes the distributed hash table crucial to get any peers. It operates on a certain key space, and there's no relation between your own node ID and the file you're downloading. Problem 1 is your node ID isn't verifiably random, so you could pick any. and become responsible for tracker data of an arbitrary BitTorrent file. And if you do this 3 times, you are being solely the carrier of the tracker data. The communication in the DHT is the Akademlia request remote procedure call. And the first 2 queries are for the topology, the last 2 are for tracker data. And the basic principle is that no peer knows all other peers. You just halve the key space from the ones which are very far away and keep track of just 8 peers. The remaining half is halved again and halved again and halved again. So you're going to know all your very close nodes, but for the very far nodes, you keep those which have been stable for a very long time. This led me to looking at the find node query. And a find node query always contains the sender and the desired spot in the key space, which are most of the time the same. And I thought, hey, if the nodes quickly accept close peers, and we have the node ID of the sender, of the requester, we can just tell them, hey, I'm your immediate neighbor, and I can tell this to every node in the DHT. So this will lead to a lot of requests, and I can reply with arbitrary hosts and ports, and this will result in a lot of packets going to an arbitrary destination. And the second one is the tracker data itself, where I can put in arbitrary TCP hosts and ports, and this will result in a TCP loss. And the very interesting thing is there is no central control channel like in an arbitrary botnet, and you cannot turn it off quickly. It is not as powerful, but the peers cache the hosts and ports and will retry for quite some time. Oh, there's an old version. I sent you the new slides later, and I've got 2 implementations on GitHub, and I'd like to chat about it.
What's your GitHub?
Astro, and the repository is called Hash Vortex.
ASTRO?
Exactly, ASTRO. Okay.
So we have like 9 more talks today. If everything goes well, we actually have some time left. So if you want to give an announcement on your booth, on your project, or just looking for people, then please come up on stage after we're done. 9 more talks, 40 minutes. Yeah, I guess we could be done just 10 minutes before the time is up. And then we have 10 more minutes to do very quick announcements or requests.
Okay, just to introduce John, he will talk. He have 2 lightning talks because he needs some videos, some demonstration. We said it's okay to use his machine. He will talk about 9 disposable digital camera vulnerabilities in 4 minutes and about the homemade Pong watch, Asteroid watch. Okay, John, your turn.
Oh, and a quick introduction. I just flew here from the United States. They kind of set the bar low on the flight over there. They gave me this newspaper. It says mid-air bomb attempt failed. So my flight was pretty good compared to that flight. So. Okay, so first talk, 9 disposable digital camera vulnerabilities in 4 minutes. Quick introduction for the disposable digital cameras, their business model.